Welcome students. Today we are going to start a mathematics part and we shall start with the numbers system, and this will be the beginning of all the series of the video in mathematics. So let's start learning about number system. So number system. Okay. So in number system there are few topics that is very important to know, although it is very basic things, but we have to make it very clear. Basic things are if clear, then we don't need to have doubt on solving other higher level questions. So before that, we'll just begin with the digit. Okay, digit. First of all, in number system, I don't know whether this topic is ever there, but I feel digit is very good to know. Suppose this is a digit 1, this is also a digit. Okay, these are what single digits, and double digits will start from 10 onwards, then it will go up to 99. Then after that it will start triple digits, 3 digits each. Okay, it will keep on going. Next, next also we have to know their place values. Place value, place value. Like suppose this is a double digit. What is the place value of 0? What is the place value of 0? Say place value of 0 is ones. We have already studied in the schools. Ones, then this is in the position of 10. So that is why in the ones position there is a 0, in the tens position there is 1, so it is a 10. Okay, so what if we have 100? So ones, tens and 100. Okay, fine. Next, okay, place value, then face value. Face value means the actual value of a digit. What is the face value of this? Ones, tens, 100 position digit. So the face value is the actual value 1. This is 1. What is the face value of this? This is 9. So I don't think you'll have any doubt regarding place value and face value. Okay. Okay. Next, let us go study about types of, okay, types of numbers. Numbers. Okay, we'll learn about natural numbers. Natural numbers. Then we'll learn about whole numbers. Whole numbers. Then comes integers. Integers. Okay. Natural number means starting from 1 and going till infinite. Then whole numbers means starting from 0 then going up to infinite. Integer is a combination of uh, both from 0, 1, 2, 3 till infinite, and also negative number. Means it can be negative or positive. It includes everything. So that is known as integer numbers. Then after that, we'll also have like negative. Okay, two types of numbers we got here: positive numbers and negative numbers. Okay. Then number 4, we can have rational numbers. Rational numbers. Rational numbers. Any numbers, okay? Any numbers which is divided by something. That means suppose there will be a numerator, then there will be a denominator. Means this a will never be divided with a 0. Means there should be at least 1, 2, 3, 4. At least this value should be there in the denominator. That means where b is not equal to 0. So these are known as rational numbers. Then let us see some irrational numbers. Okay, yeah, irrational numbers, rational numbers. Okay, irrational numbers means it can be non-terminating number also, non-terminating numbers also, and sometimes, most probably, the numbers which are having root over, root over. Then, like some of the constant values also we can have, like pi. Okay, the value of pi is 3.14, or it can be what can be the 22 by 7, or this type of numbers also we can call. Okay, fine. Then next we shall learn what is real numbers. Real numbers. And here when we talk about real numbers, it means it is a combination of both. Combination of both. R for real, R for rational. Suppose this is the way how we'll be remembering rational, or it can be rational, both rational and irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Okay, irrational numbers. So that is known as real numbers. Okay. Then we can have other types of numbers, like what number we can have? We can have even and odd numbers. Okay, even and odd numbers. So we'll write it here. Even and odd numbers. Okay. Even means any number. Suppose for example I take 4 divided by 2, I get answer as 0. These are known as even number. Means always we divide by 2, or we can also call it any number. If divided by 2 we do not get 0, is known as odd number. Okay, this is known as odd number. Means whenever we divide up to smallest number, we'll get answers mostly in the, sometimes we can get in the point or mixed fractions. So in the point we can call decimal numbers. So those type of numbers are known as odd number. Means whenever we divide any number by 2 and the answer is not equal to 0, is known as odd number. Then number 6. Okay. The number 6. Okay, let me just think. Yeah, we can have prime numbers, or we can have prime and co-prime numbers. Prime numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7. I'm giving you an example, but let us say what are these prime numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers which can only be divisible by 1 or itself, or itself. Okay, we can never get any suppose for example, can I say for a prime number? No, because 4 is divisible by 2. Okay, 2 2 is 4, and 2 is divisible by 1. Now suppose I take for an example 2 is 2 prime. I can call 2 a prime because we can divide 2 by only 2, 2 1 are 2, or we can multiply. Suppose we are multiplying with 1, 2 1 are 2. So these two are the factors of 2. Whenever, or we can also call any number whose factors are 1 and itself, is known as prime number, we can call. Then what are the co-prime numbers, or we can also call uh, numbers or we can call numbers which have no common factors except one are called co-prime numbers. Okay, which or any two numbers which may have no common factors or except one are called prime numbers. For example, 15 and 16 are co-prime numbers. Okay, co-prime numbers. So this is the example, uh, and even in the next class we'll go little deep and we'll solve most of the questions here. Today's just basic things will be going through about number system. Then many of you might think this class is not important, but this is very important. Okay, sometimes we forget the small things, but I could highly recommend for the students, those who are not from the science background, those who stopped studying mathematics after class 10. So I highly recommend you to at least go through this class, revise things, learn it. So while suppose performing some division, multiplications or cross multiplication, we don't need to have doubts. And mostly we struggle in LCM or in cross multiplication because of not knowing these basic things. Or we might be knowing the multiplication tables. Okay, we might be knowing multiplication tables, but will will always have will not be knowing how to apply them. Suppose if I ask you, suppose I ask you about multiplication table of 5. Okay, 5, you will recite from 5 on the 5, 5 to the 10, 5 3 is 15 up to 10 or 20 or whatever you know. But if I give you suppose a question 25, is there any number, can we divide 25 by 5? That and then now we start thinking 5 on the 5, 5, 5 to the 10. That is not how we want to do. We want to do, yes, we have to learn some tricks like any number which ends with 5 will always be divisible by 5 or 10. 10, most probably 10, but it will always go with 5. Or any numbers which have 0 and the end will always be divisible by 5 or 2. So these are the small basic things. I will also bring this type of questions. Okay. Okay, fine. Then what are composite number? Numbers which are not prime. Numbers which are not prime are known as composite numbers. Okay, then let's move to the next. Next, what we can do? Suppose, yeah, many things are coming in my mind, like finding some expressions, or we can also find some what we call, mm, yes, very important thing, that is like divisibility, conditional divisibility, like just I was explaining about. Okay, divisibility, like any numbers which ends with 2, okay, which ends with 0, 2, 4, 8 will always be divisible by 2. And let's say for 3, what types of numbers are divisible by 3? Like sum of digits of number must be divisible by 3. Sum of the digits, I'm repeating it once more, the sum of digits of numbers must be divisible by 3. Like suppose, what example can I take? 24. Just sum their number. Suppose 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Okay, means sum of the digit is divisible by 3, then it is divisible. 4, 5, 6, we get 6, so we automatically can divide this. Like how much, with what? Suppose 3 adds a 24. So sum of the digits must be divisible by 3, then that particular number will be divisible. Okay, then Okay, let us. Okay, 4 will not talk about 4 much because anything, any number which ends with these even numbers will always be divisible by 2, and I highly recommend you to always start with the small numbers. Okay, then 5 is very important thing. If the number ends with 0 or ends with 5, will be divisible by 5. Then 6. Okay, 6 also I'll not tell much. Okay, let us see the factors of 6. 2 into 3, that means it can be divisible by 2 also, means, or it can be divisible by 3. If either of these things are divisible, then it can go with 6 also. Not not mandatory, means it is not necessary always it should be divisible by 6, but if it is divisible by 6, that means they are automatically divisible by 2 and 3. Then comes important thing, that is 7, because this is a prime number. See, 2 3 5 7. So far we are only having problems in dividing things if they are a prime number. Like we know 7, we need to know the multiplication of table. Like suppose, how we can take is, if the differences between the number formed by the digits other than the unit digits and twice the unit digit is either 0 or a multiplication of 7. This most probably we can claim it as a definition, but how to remember? Suppose there are number, we know this is divisible by 7. 7 into 7 is 49, but how can we, let us sum up, we'll get 13. 13 is not divisible, but what was it trying to say? Suppose, um, for this type of numbers I could not tell you to learn some definitions and all. Learn only multiplication table. Just trial and error is the only way, most uh, better way to learn. Like if there is anything ending with 9, okay, like ending with 1, because 3 sevens, okay, 2 sevens are 14, then we can try sometime. With 2 it will always go, but if we have to try out with, okay, sorry, I got a phone call. mm, because 7 to the 14, 7 3 the 21, 7 4 the 28, means you just try to check for the last digits whether it is divisible or no. And because if these are even number, this automatically divisible by with other numbers, so that we also we can 9, 9, then it will be divisible with the 3 also. Okay, then next what can we do? Then okay, 10, 10, I'll speak about 10. Any number which ends with 0 will be divisible by 10. Okay, this is the one. Then 11 is also very important. 11 is why important, because it is a bit unique as compared to other numbers, because the difference between sum of digits at even number and sum of digits at odd number mean all the numbers, suppose 1, okay, I'm giving a gap. Suppose this is an odd number, because we always start from the right side, ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000. Okay, suppose this is an odd number. So what we have to do, we'll sum up this type of number first, we'll add them. Suppose I got 50, okay, 16. Then I will add this number, this type of numbers, odd numbers, means odd position numbers. Suppose I got suppose 21. Okay, then what to do, I have to minus them. If that number is divisible with 11, is divisible with 11, that particular number is divisible with 11, that means it will be divisible by 11. Like we can get 11, or we can get 22, or we can get 0 here after minusing them. So this type of numbers will be divisible by 11. Okay, so enough for today, and we'll see you in the next class. So since you are just starting up, I could not overwhelm you, because we have to also be consistent. And sometimes say for the new students those who are trying to learn mathematics, don't try to learn everything in one day. I know you have less time, but what happens during the starting of our learning journey, we are very much pumped up. We want to learn it day in and day out, and at the end we suffer from fatigue, we will be exhausted, and the next very day will not even feel like touching that book. That is why have a limit, like at least study for 1 2 hour dedicatedly, and then you move to the easier subjects or take break, roam around, or the day you don't need to study. At least for 7 to 8 or 10 to 15 days you try out this way, then later on you can increase it. So I could like to wind up here. Then thank you.